The Magical Forest of Whispers Kids Story Bedtime Story Adventure Story. Deep in a mystical forest, hidden far beyond the reach of the village, there was a place known as the Forest of Whispers. The trees there were tall and ancient, their branches twisting and intertwining to form a canopy that blocked out the sun. The air was filled with the soft rustling of leaves, and those who ventured too close often claimed they could hear faint whispers, like voices carried on the wind. A brave and curious girl named Lyla had always been fascinated by the forest's mystery. She had heard the stories of travelers who had entered the forest seeking something important and never returned, of hidden treasures and secrets long forgotten. But more than anything, Lyla was intrigued by the whispers. She believed they were messages, ancient voices calling out to her, and she was determined to uncover the truth. One afternoon, when the sun was beginning to set, Lyla stood at the edge of the forest, her heart racing with anticipation. She had made up her mind. She was going in. With a deep breath, she stepped beneath the canopy of the ancient trees. At first, the forest was quiet, the whispers barely audible. But as Lyla walked deeper, the voices grew clearer, filling the air around her. The sound was soft, like a melody carried by the wind. It wasn't frightening at all. Instead, it was soothing, as if the forest itself was calling her home. The deeper she went, the more beautiful the forest became. The trees seemed to glow with an ethereal light, and the ground was covered in soft moss, making her footsteps light and quiet. She followed the whispers, knowing they were guiding her toward something important. After what felt like hours of walking, Lyla arrived at a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient stone well, covered in ivy and surrounded by flowers that glowed with a gentle light. The whispers grew louder, and Lyla felt an overwhelming urge to approach the well. As she knelt down beside it, a soft voice spoke directly into her mind. The well holds the heart of the forest. Only those with a pure heart can awaken its power. Lyla's hands trembled as she reached out to touch the stone. The moment her fingers brushed against the surface, the well began to glow. A swirl of light and energy spiraled upward, and from the depths of the well, a magnificent tree began to grow. Its branches reached high into the sky, its leaves sparkling with 1,000 colors. The Tree of Whispers, the voice continued. It is the keeper of the forest's secrets, and you, Lyla, have awakened it. Lyla's eyes widened with awe as the tree's leaves rustled, and the whispers filled the air again, this time with clarity. The whispers were not just voices. They were the memories of the forest, the voices of all the creatures and spirits who had lived there for centuries. They shared their wisdom, their tales, and their stories with her, filling her heart with a deep sense of peace and understanding. You have proven your courage and your heart, the voice said. The forest has chosen you to be its guardian. Protect it, and its secrets will always be yours. With that, Lyla felt a surge of energy. The whispers calmed, and the forest fell silent once more, as if it was resting, content that its secret had been revealed to someone worthy. As Lyla made her way back to the village, she knew she had changed. The whispers had become part of her, and she could hear their soft calls whenever she closed her eyes. From that day on, Lyla vowed to protect the Forest of Whispers, to keep its secrets safe, and to listen to the voices that spoke through the trees. And whenever the wind would rustle the leaves, Lyla would smile, knowing that the forest was speaking to her, guiding her on the next adventure.